Hello, 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 people.
Yo.
Welcome to episode number 2 of the special video version of our show in bite sized form. That's just my baby face. I'm DB.
I'm Jeremiah.
Yes, and today we, as the two experts that are here, we are going to discuss a just one story for you and make it a little special. Of course, TJMF podcast on all social media, and make sure TJMF podcast at Gmail. Send us any story you want. We'll either cover it on this or the main show. So, with that being said, what kind of story do we have today, Jeremiah?
We have the really popular theory that Ludwig van Beethoven was actually a brother.
Ooh.
Ludwig van Blacktoven.
Blacktoven. Yes, that's what we're calling him. Blacktoven. I mean, I'm just saying that makes perfect amount of sense. I mean, come on now. Like the music alone is amazing.
So the main thing, so it's a theory that's been going around since the 30s, actually, and it resurfaced again in 2015. And the thought process that the Beethovenologists, people who study Beethoven, it's that he may have had Moorish blood in him, which would make him at least a little black. And there's been conflicting descriptions, some saying that he was dark enough that people thought he could have been Spanish. So, I mean, at the very least, he was probably racially ambiguous. That's like a thing we can probably all for sure line up on.
Do you know who's also racially ambiguous?
Besides us?
yes, besides us.
Oh, okay.
The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And we see how great he is at amazing things. I mean, just for those that don't know, The Rock is Samoan and black. So, but a lot of people they couldn't figure out what he was for a long time.
I'm hoping that Beethoven was like the Rashida Jones of his time. And people were just like, maybe.
Wait, we know you're not. I don't know though. What you're something.
The police of their time, or not the police, the sheriff or whatever it was about around the time. He's like, I think I should be pulling your carriage over, but I'm not sure.
I'm gonna let you slide there, partner.
Yeah. What's funny is the memes have been they've been gold. A lot of them are literally just people found ways to take Fur Elise, arguably Beethoven's most famous contribution to the world of music, and mixing it with hip hop and R&B, and they've all sounded great. There's reason to buy the argument just based off of the remixes that they've been able to make, I think.
Yeah, you can't make good remixes unless the person knows the song, the stuff he's doing can be transcend everything.
Yeah, he could have been Pharrell. They've always had the argument that Pharrell's a vampire.
What? Could Pharrell be Beethoven? Like, could this be the truth? Now, let's look at the picture here. Like,
let's get Pharrell on our next episode.
Yeah. Let's get Pharrell. Pharrell, if you're listening, which we know you're watching on. You know. I don't know. He looks like Pharrell if Pharrell had some pounds on him from the pictures that they have here.
My biggest takeaway in not believing that he could have been black is just there's no picture with Beethoven with a good clean hairline. That's all. That's my only thing. Like it's always a little mussy,
But then again, that was the style back then, wasn't it?
I mean, but I guess. I'm looking at it right now, and that face is looking back to me. It's just like, get your ass in this house. So maybe he's never smiling in any pictures. Like, there's probably some credence to this.
I think that's a logical term there. But then again, we also created all forms of music to an extent. Like Little Richard created rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
We created Yeah, we created R&B, trap, because that's the greatest form of music there is currently, which is sad to say.
I respect my trap queens. A lot of people have gotten upset. So one, I think the funniest, my favorite argument that he is black is the fact that on his way out in life, he was deaf, or at the very least, he was very in the advanced stages of being completely deaf. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. I'm not 100% sure if he was completely deaf or just really past the threshold. But then he was still making amazing music. They're just like, gotta have some rhythm that not everybody, that the Anglo-Saxons of the time did not have. So
was he just saying he was deaf, or did he just pretend he wasn't listening to people?
Or maybe the people of the time are like, yo, Beethoven shit is mad deaf.
He's deaf, G. It's so deaf.
I would love if there was somebody in a powdered wig like, yo, he's mad deaf.
Like, thine is deaf. Thou is deaf.
If we found out like that they always say some celebrities would never die, like Tupac and Elvis. I would love to find out Beethoven was still alive through all this time, and he's been ghostwriting for rappers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You had me hooked with the fact that Beethoven is Pharrell. Like, he single-handedly released, like, made all the music in the 2000s. So
yeah, every song ever made.
Every song ever. Yeah. So I mean, and then he was wearing that funky hat for a bit, and that had to be something from way back in the day.
It keeps him alive. I love the idea of Beethoven being in a cellar with a feathered quill, and he's just dip, 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 dip. Like, she has a large posterior, therefore she shall henceforth be known as woman in possession of a large posterior. And Train did what he could with those lines.
Nah, he wrote "Drop It Like It's Hot" back then too, and he just realized, wait a minute, this is too futuristic. They're not ready for this.
This item shall be let go from both hands because of the high temperature it possesses.
Because of the heat
that it possesses, that it possesses, that it possesses. And then
the piano, the do 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 do.
That's for Elise.
Yes,
and that was for Elise.
Yeah. So I think that is pretty definitive. So Pharrell, don't have your goons come after us for the fact that we've realized who you really are.
Yeah, we appreciate it. It's not. This is
love. This is all love. Okay. Yeah. Remember, we're uplifting Black voices. Again, that's why we have our platform.
I think that was just for Elise. For Elise, yeah, that was for Elise, and that was for you, DB, and that was for me, and that was for everybody.
Yes,
I dig it.
We have an I just see the powder wig and just playing it at like a huge organ. Oh, geez.
If it wasn't for the fact that our sound doesn't always sound completely great, I would have loved to have had Beethoven playing in the back and just saying like, could I cut a rug to this? But
we're still working out the kinks here.
Yeah, when you're playing a song enough times, you know how all the white people in a bar or at a party go running to the floor when like the Cupid Shuffle comes on. They're just like, oh, that's Sonata number 4 is my shit.
I just Thine loves that song.
I just want to dance. I just want to dance.
Hold on, let me take off my chastity belt.
I'm gonna go talk to the piano player and see if he'll play my song.
Do you know Saints Go Marching In? No, I am playing
Nine.
playing new songs.
But then if he was deaf, he'd just keep playing what he wants to play.
Like I said, I think he pretended he was deaf.
Like, do you know Sonata Number 3? And he's just playing, just pretends he doesn't hear it. Or
they're like, he's got to be deaf, but he's good.
Yeah. Yo, that piano player is mad deaf, son.
Like, he is so talented. He would not play the Star Spangled Banner for me, but he's playing some really hot jams right now.
Yeah, his remix of Old Town Road is amazing.
Because everybody did a remix of Old Town Road. So
yeah, but I think that's all the babyface that some people can handle for the week. Yeah,
I think that's enough babyface for this lovely weekend. Of course, remember TJMF Podcast on all social media, TJMFpodcast@gmail.com. Send us your questions and send us your articles. With that being said, I'm DB.
I'm Jeremiah.
This has been That's Just My Baby Face. Smile. Yeah.